KJ 714 na sasakyan, and then NDB 3483. Pwede daw KJ 714, NDB 3483. Natin ang inyong aura. Okay. Natin ay maayos. Okay.
Sela plus H. Sela.
Dapat kung gaano kalakas yung energy from the first na tinawag, ganun din po ang kalakas ng energy.
Palitan mo to sa mga babae. Sa mga babae ito mag-t-shirt.
Oh, ikaw ko na. Hintayin ko muna siya. Sarado niya.
Now we acknowledge the arrival of His Excellency, Professor
Matawat! Ha!
Mangyari pong umupo ang lahat po ng participant. Mr. Joseph Dugay in front. Have silence for our ecumenical prayer.
Everybody stand up. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب ونصره ونوره وهداه وبركته يا رب العالمين. مولانا وإمام المجاهدين محمد ابن عبد المعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Sa inyong pag-iingat sa kanyang buhay, sa po ng kanyang mga pamilya, thank you po Panginoon sa kanyang. Ang Panginoon sa iba't ibang lugar na pumarito upang lalungan itong leader ng Mnlf, Panginoon, sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Salamat po Panginoon sa inyong pagpapalagay.
Tulos iklas kataan bangsang bangpugan ating dugon kamahal di kaon sa punaon kawaon na tubihayaon di kami umakuha enemy sampay pamahal salamat mo
Ta'ala, buong puso ko, pawis man, patanggol, ang ating lupaing inang.
Dahil napag-usapan namin ni Chairman, hindi natin mababago ito.
Yes, fellow brothers and sisters, to be witness and to witness His Excellency to us, this noble group. They have decided first, we're very proud to have him, to start with, to clothe him with what we call bahag or G-string. A very important costume of a cordillera. of the Cordillera, which we offer to our great leader. To tie a string. Okay. Commanders. By its nature, has to be carefully put on. And with the Jaleco of our beloved would serve as a protection. Very dear Maas in a good native costume.
Yeah.
Yes, to look like a Cordilleran. And of course, so we'll see our tribal leader in the Cordillera, in the person of our beloved His Excellency, Professor Misuari, and to be a perfect warrior,
To give weight to the dancers.
we wish to give a reward to our dear beloved Misuari with a spear. Which we call Pana in Kalasag. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Pwede na po tayo.
Sir, pwede po, pakibakate na po ito para magsasayaw na po yung mga sasayaw. Sige pa po, sige pa po.
Thank you very much.
So I wish to apologize in advance if my voice were not commensurate to the grand occasion we had before us. At any rate, I would like to start, as usual, by praising the Almighty Allah for His mercy and for granting you the wisdom to gather together in this place. I know how difficult it is for you to be coming from different parts of the Cordillera and other parts of Luzon. But I salute you for your great efforts. And that's the simple price we have to pay to gain our place in this world, to gain our place in this country. Today, I want to remind you about the imperative need for all of us, from north to south, from south to north. We must join hands to launch our common struggle. We must seek greater freedom in this country. I have spoken loudly in various places in this country, and I have been pointing out to my audience how sad it is for us to be in this country being treated as a second-rate citizen. Now it is left to us to struggle to free ourselves and our coming generation from this chain. Para bang tayo ay natatalian. We are being treated as minority. When as a matter of fact, tayo pang nauna na buhay dito sa tinatawag na Pilipinas, which has been wrongly named. We are not slaves of King Philip of Spain. We must seek freedom from this. We are not citizens of Spain. We spend all our lives fighting against the Spanish colonial rule in this country. And not only that, we also fought against the Americans. We fought against Japan. All sorts of foreign powers that tried to colonize and enslave our people here and our children, generation after generation. Now, in this grand occasion, I would like to ask you to join me in declaring, listen, my dear brothers and sisters, we must now declare our freedom. We who are known as the indigenous people. We are the most unfree people in this country. And yet we are the aborigines of this country. Even Manila was populated by Muslims. The present Malacanang Palace was populated by Muslim leaders, Sultan Sulaiman, and his uncle in the other parts of Metro Manila, Raja Matanda. We were the first inhabitants here, the Muslims and the indigenous people. Now we have become a second or third citizens of this country. And we cannot free ourselves from this chain unless we unite, solidly unite, and march forward until we gain our freedom. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This is my message for this occasion, my dear brothers. I know this is the first and the last occasion we will be together. Maybe there will be larger audience. But we must not stop. And we must train the next generation after generation to follow our footsteps. There will be no stopping in this process, historical process. And if we work together, actually, we have a big chance that we can play an active role in shaping the future of the Philippines and Philippine society. But now we are being left behind. The Philippine Congress, including the Senate, is controlled completely by them. I wonder if any of all indigenous people is part of that. I am not so sure. Lahat ng puwersa ay nahawakan nila. Parang wala tayong kamalay-malay. And yet we are known to be the bravest part of this country. Ang population nito. Tayo ang nag-defense against Spain, against America, against Japan, and all the colonial powers. Tayo ang nag-defend ng country natin ito. From Raja Sulaiman to Raja Matanda. They were our Muslim leaders. E now ngayon, ang generation natin, tinatawag tayo either second or third citizens of this country. Tingnan, wala tayong kamalay-malay sa Congress. We must demand for rehashing the system so that Mountain Province and its great citizenry there should be properly protected and be able to participate in shaping the destiny of this country. And so with your brothers in the South and all brothers in every part of this country, we must work together. There is no better occasion to declare our grand intention than today. Perhaps you know that I just came from the Middle East. That's why when I came in, I was still limping because of the hard walk we had to go through in Saudi Arabia and other parts of the Middle East. In fact, I was supposed to travel to other countries in the Islamic world, including Turkey, including Afghanistan, including Pakistan, and so on and so forth. But I said, I will just come back. Another time, there will always be another time. And when I return back, it's my wish that I could visit Constantinople, that I could visit Afghanistan, that I could visit Pakistan, where I lived for several years. And even my first wife is buried in the sacred soil of Pakistan. So Pakistan is very close to my heart. And don't forget, my dear brothers and sisters, we are not an isolated nation. The Bangsamoro nation is not an isolated nation. We have greater and more connection to the international community than the Philippine government itself. Mnlf is an active participant in the affairs of 57 Muslim countries. All of them are actively involved in the United Nations General Assembly. Don't forget that. And there are more nations in the world that recognize us than they recognize the Philippine Republic. But we are being treated as a third citizenry here, or at best second. Now, how can we free this chain that bind us to eternal slavery? Being treated as a second or third citizen of a country is not nice. We must be the equal to anybody in this country. But look, just examine the constituents of the Supreme Court, of the Court of Appeals, of the Philippine Congress, and the Senate, and Malacanang. All of these are controlled by them. And I don't think we have any active participation in the running of these institutions of governance. But we cannot leave this to them. We have to do it ourselves. And to do it, we must unite. Huwag tayo matakot sa kanila. Hindi sila pwede katakutan natin. I hope you get my message. So we must unite and launch a powerful struggle for freedom.
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Allahu Akbar!
This is my main message to you. In fact, we would like to mark this occasion as the beginning of our struggle into the future. Tingnan ninyo, my dear brothers and sisters, kadarating pa lang namin with my children and my wife from the Middle East. We attended the meetings of 57 Muslim countries, all of them of good standing in the United Nations. And they are also organized as one single political entity in the world. They are known as the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And the Mnlf is a permanent part of that. Every time they meet officially or unofficially, our representatives, including my humble self, would always be there, sitting side by side with the delegates. Delegates from all parts of the globe. From Istanbul, Turkey, from Pakistan, from Iran, from Saudi Arabia, name it. There are 57 Muslim countries in the world that are welded together by the Islamic ideology. And with a common purpose they are pursuing right now and into the future, inshallah. Kung tayo magiging part nila, walang discrimination diyan kasi haram. Hindi pwede yan sa Islam mag-discriminate ng mga human beings. We are all equal creations of the Almighty Allah, of the Almighty God. There should be no discrimination. My message today is, my dear brothers, if we can come on a common platform, we shall launch a struggle so that in the end we can gain greater freedom for ourselves and our children, generation after generation. There is no better time than today and the next days to come when to launch this struggle. Kasi kawawa ang mga anak natin, ang ating coming generations kung hindi impisahin natin ngayon. And we should do this bravely and heroically. Huwag tayo matakot. Hindi sila pwede katakutan. Mnlf has more soldiers, has more fighters than the armed forces of the Philippines. Huwag ninyo kalimutan yan. That's why ang kailangan natin dito, ang mga kapatid namin sa Highlanders ng Bukidnon, sa Highlanders ng Mountain Province, and everywhere in Luzon and the Visayas, kailangan mag-organize tayo and establish an unbreakable unity and solidarity among us. Because only when we are united on a common platform that we can expect to achieve our ultimate objective, inshallah. So there should be a mechanism to consolidate this. I think this forum is a very excellent occasion when to form this mechanism para ang ating direction into the future will be carefully orchestrated. Piliin natin ang mga may utak na kapatid natin, mga leaders natin. And they should be asked to meet from time to time to report to us. From Mountain Province to Tawi-Tawi, Palawan, Sulu, Basilan, Zamboanga, and all parts of this country. Kailangan ma-unified tayo. Kasi kung tayo ay kalat-kalat, nobody will respect us in this world. Maniwala kayo. I have been devoting more than half of my life, of my time, in struggling for people's freedom. Now ngayon, maniwala kayo o hindi, I am so happy to be with you. Kasi alam ko there is already a resounding response from your areas, and we must spread out and work even harder to spread the message of freedom. Hindi pwede pabayaan natin sila to decide our future. Malaking pagkamalian. We must unite and decide our future ourselves. I hope you can understand my message. If only for this simple message, couched in a number of words, I am already very happy to have come and join you here. And I want to embrace the organizing committee for the wisdom. It's a great wisdom. Nagkaroon kayo ng meeting na ito. I salute you all. I salute you all, my dear brothers. We need more, not only here in Metro Manila, but everywhere in our homeland. Invite me and I will be there, inshallah. And in our future meetings, maybe we can work out the details, how we can launch our struggle and win our freedom. This is not the right moment for us to lay out our plan of action. The future meetings will be the best place for us. So we can meet in Northern Luzon. We can meet in Central Luzon. We can meet in Southern Luzon. I think it's that Brother Aubrey. Brother Aubrey. He will host us in Southern Luzon. I'm just sorry that our brother Milicio is not with us, Papa Milicio. But his spirit is with us. So we are everywhere. I mean, Mindanao is controlled by us. Nobody can deny that. From Palawan to Tawi-Tawi, Sulu, Zamboanga, Maguindanao, Lanao, everywhere in Mindanao, that is dominated by us. And you must assert yourself, just like we asserted before. We were totally under the control, but ngayon wala na. Tayo nang may hawak ng ating sariling homeland. And once we control our homeland, we control our future. Bismillah. And that will be the best safety bar for our children and the coming generations after generations. I will not take your time too long. Baka makalimutan pa natin kung masyadong mahaba ang aking mensahe sa inyo. But the important thing is we must unite and launch a common struggle from north to south, from south to north. And we are everywhere in this country. We are everywhere in this country. In the south, tayo ang dominant force. In the mountain province, kayo. Kasi sa gitna lang, sa Luzon at sa Visayas, may contention, but we are also there, everywhere. So maybe I will not prolong my speech anymore, because the longer baka mas mahirapan kayo to remember. But the important thing is, from Luzon to the Visayas to Mindanao, we must unite and launch a common struggle for our freedom. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Thank you.
In charge to the 42,047 barangay all over the Philippines. And what I hear from our chairman, really, we need to change, no? Tama yun. Yan din ang laging sinasabi ni President Duterte na for how many years o decade na ang Pilipinas is under the Spaniard. And of course, kaya kami ho, sir, pinupus namin ang federalism para po makaroon. Thank you very much. Mabuhay po.
Magtanong, mayroon tayo dito isang general, partner over the Philippines. General Pope.
Thank you, Professor. Sa lahat,
Chairman, this is Margo from SMNI. Yung question lang po natin is, alam po natin ang MNLF po ay are you also declaring your full support and cooperation with the new incoming administration?
Yes, I was right behind Sara and Bongbong Marcos. I supported them. It's an open secret. I made a declaration to that effect. I asked the whole country, support Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte. So, kamarito yan. I will amplify. You spoke about federalism. That is one issue which is very, very close to my heart. I think federalism is the only key to our future. A unitary system is controlled by Manila and the people of Manila, Metro Manila, Metro Luzon, and to an extent the Visayas. Kaya nga nasa sideline kami all the time. The call of the time is for us to demand for rehashing of the entire system. We must change everything. Tingnan ninyo, in one of my recent meeting with the President, sinabi ko sa kanya, Brother President, siguro nahalata mo, lahat ng members ng Supreme Court at saka Court of Appeals ay halos from Luzon and to a certain extent Visayas. We are outside of the Colombo, they say. That is their slogan. Wala tayong kamalay-walay, wala tayong participation. And yet tayo ang nag-defend ng country ito against Spain, against the Americans, against Japan, even against the Dutch. Tayo man yan. Hindi sila. Ngayon sila nang nag-reap ng harvest. Kung pabayaan natin, baka apiin pa tayo nila. Kaya nga, the key to this is mag-organize tayo everywhere. Organize the people everywhere and launch a common struggle from northern Luzon to the south, from the south to the north. We have many people around, even in central Visayas, in the Visayas. Isang brother natin doon, roughly 3,700,000 ang tauhan niya. Isa lang. And I used to go to their place, to his residence and sleep there with my children. So we have to activate. The question is, how and when can we activate our action? It must be action directed. Kailangan may action, active. Kung magsilensyo lang tayo sa tabi-tabi, walang mangyayari yan sa atin. Siguro hindi niyo matandaan, during the Marcos time, natulog ako 11 days, 11 nights, doon to Freedom Park, right across the road from the main gate of Malacanang Palace. Doon ako 11 days, 11 nights with my people. They sent the police and the military to encircle me. But to no avail, wala nangyari. Hindi ako pwede takutin nila. So as you can see, I'm still very much alive. As they say, alive and kicking, so to speak. So huwag kayo matakot. Nobody can shorten your life span in this world. No. Only the Almighty God can shorten your life. But He will not do that. Huwag kayo matakot. But just don't be careless. This is the time when we should decide to launch our struggle. Common, unified struggle. Para we can embrace our future, great future. I hope you can understand my message here. That's a very short message I want to deliver to you today. And I do hope that there will be more similar meetings we can hold in the future. Invite me and inshallah I will be there. And I think we should have a joint meeting one day to devise the mechanism para magkaroon tayo ng permanent authority to consolidate our unity and solidarity and strengthen our move towards the future. Kung pabayaan natin sila ito, wala, tatadyakin lang tayo nila. I was there in the University of the Philippines for many years. Hanggang doon sa College of Law, but hindi ako nagpatuloy. Ayaw ng tatay ko for me to become a lawyer. So sabi niya, huwag ka na mag-enroll. Tapusin mo na lang this year. Kako, bakit? Kasi kung magiging kabogado, you will be defender of the law. And the law is not to our interest. Kasi sinong gumagawa? Sila. Sino magawa yan? Congress. Congress is dominated by them. Lahat. Kahit may representation, 1 or 2, wala na, that's useless. Kailangan there must be sufficient representation. Hatiin natin, Visayas should have 1/3 of Congress. Luzon 1/3. Libang Samoro 1/3.
Chairman?
We must rehash the system kasi yun nakatali sa atin lahat kapag ganyan. And there's no better forum than this one. I congratulate the wisdom of those who decided to organize this and to invite me to address your historic meeting. Although hindi masyadong marami tayo, what is still the significance of this meeting to me is historic and it will not be forgotten. Kasi nandito ang declaration ng ating freedom ngayon. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Chairman? Sir, follow-up question.
Kailangan mayroon tayo ron. Hindi kailangan appointment, through appointment or through election. No, we can never win. Kailangan na portion na. 1/3 from Luzon, 1/3 from Visayas, 1/3 from Mindanao. Kung hindi ganyan, baka Mindanao will drift apart from them. And so with part ng Luzon, we drip away from them. And I am sure kahit sa ano, we respond resoundingly from the Visayas. Magkahati-hati itong country. The only way is you must unite on equal footing, on the basis of an egalitarian unity and solidarity. Yun ang mensahe ko sa inyo. We must demand and tell your children and grandchildren to embrace this idea, because we are not going to live forever in this world. They will succeed us, and they will inherit this problem kung hindi natin lulutasin ngayon. Remember, our children and grandchildren will inherit the problem, and with the problem our suffering as third-class or second-class citizens. So mabuti na isipan ninyo, and don't stop here. Kailangan spread out your message. Everywhere ang aking mensahe should be freedom. Egalitarian freedom, equality with them. Papayag ba kayo diyan? Yes! Ay, walang sound. Papayag kayo diyan? Yes! That's right. Yun. Ulitan natin. Papayag kayo? Yes! Ah, yan. Better. Yan, ngayon, para bang pangalan lang yan, hindi genuine federalism. Ang genuine federalism, kailangan makita natin na active participation ng taga Bukidnon, taga Mountain Province, taga Sulu, all over, na doon tayo. Kailangan na doon tayo, pantay-pantay. Tinatawag lang federalism, but that is wrongly named, wrongly labeled. Deception lang yan. That is a mere deception. Kailangan there should be an organization, political organization. Then, Northern Luzon, Southern Luzon, the Visayas, and Bangsamoro, homeland should be properly represented there. Hindi lang monopolized by the people of Luzon and to a certain extent of the Visayas. Para together we can decide the future. I hope you agree with us. And I hope that I have delivered my message to you today. And thank you.